He was a billionaire CEO, yet he chose to disguise himself as a disabled person with limited mobility. This unusual approach was all for the sake of the disabled girl in front of him, but no one would have thought that just days ago. This CEO was still a charming and suave playboy. However, it wasn't until the day his mother suddenly passed away that he came to his late mother's room in order to remember his mother. He sat in his mother's wheelchair and started singing his mother's songs. At this moment, a beautiful woman suddenly appeared behind him. It was obvious that he was mistaken for a disabled person. He wanted to explain, but seeing such a beautiful girl, he chose to withdraw that thought. At this point, Sarah was about to leave, and she gently advised Nick that if he encountered any difficulties in daily life, he could come next door to find her. In order to pursue this beautiful girl, Nick came to her doorstep the next day, but just as he was about to press the doorbell, he found that he could never reach that high doorbell. He could only quickly stand up to ring the doorbell. Then Nick showed a pitiful look. When Sarah opened the door, he immediately launched into an impromptu performance, saying that he felt very lonely today and asked if they could have lunch together. Seeing his plan succeed, Nick also showed a satisfied smile. Later, the two sat leisurely at the dining table. Nick once again, with his gentle and elegant demeanor, extended an invitation to Sarah to have dinner together, but Sarah always avoided this topic with excuses, and the atmosphere gradually became awkward. Just as Sarah was about to get up and leave, a surge of impulse welled up in Nick's heart. He wanted to tell Sarah that he was not disabled, but the words reached his lips and he swallowed them back rationally. Instead, he said that although he was disabled, he was a billionaire. Although Sarah was skeptical about this, she also keenly captured the voice behind Nick's words, so she took the initiative to invite him to visit the countryside over the weekend. This suggestion happened to strike a chord with Nick. He accepted without hesitation. However, when Nick truly stepped into Sarah's home, he learned Sarah's true purpose: to introduce him to her sister. Such a fresh and refined face made ripples in Nick's heart in an instant, but the next second, the smile on his face gradually froze. Seeing Ella take the wheelchair out of the car, Nick's heart was struck as if by a bolt from the blue. Then he turned his head and looked around. Everyone's faces showed meaningful smiles. At